Hi, I'm Roddy Martin, Vice President of Supply Chain Product Marketing at Oracle, and I'm here with Vikram on a very exciting topic. Vikram has been pulling together a design thinking methodology that is very real value in path to the cloud with a client. So Vikram, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the design thinking that you've been developing.
Hi, Vikram Singla. I look after our strategy and marketing for supply chain solutions, especially for the manufacturing sector. The whole design thinking concept came about, because a lot of the supply chain guys, when they talk about their projects, the business does not necessarily understand the value that those projects provide. Not only the business at the top, but also the other functions don't understand the value that the supply chain projects provide. So design thinking is actually a very, very simple toolkit where you look at everything from a customer's viewpoint. And what that means is it's very clear in terms of the value that the supply chain provides to the business, to the direct impact it has on the customer satisfaction or customer experience. It clearly demonstrates the value that supply chain adds in terms of working with the other functions. And what that can do is, as you build your path to the cloud, it can provide a real stakeholder sponsorship. Stakeholder sponsorship in terms of the funding, in terms of the leadership, in terms of the governance. And that basically means that your path to the cloud and the maturity that you can have becomes really, really speedy.
That's very exciting because we all know that putting a supply chain application end-to-end in the cloud is very different from the traditional way of putting on-premise systems. And when we did on-premise, it was normally the IT organization that bore the brunt of the change, whereas now we need to get the business involved, we need to get IT collaborating with the business. The business actually has to feel that it's part of the solution. So are there any particular challenges or tools that we have as Oracle? How would we go about doing a design thinking workshop with a prospect or a client?
Yes, in fact, right, it basically flips the whole thing on its head. So it's not about IT driving the business, it's about business driving the IT. And what Oracle has really done is, even though the design thinking concept came from Stanford Design School, but Oracle has basically industrialized it. So it has industrialized a framework. It's a real framework which you can use, to actually, rather than talk customer centricity, rather than talk business adoption, you can actually use that framework to actually go and deploy that supply chain projects in real practice.
What I find particularly exciting is that the whole fundamental of the design thinking approach is taking the customer's point of view and working all the way back to the business, which is exactly what we say when we say transforming from inside out supply driven to outside in demand driven. And that's particularly exciting because it's exactly what our methodology is driving. How many companies have we done workshops with at this point in time, or is it still a little new?
I think in terms of Oracle's sort of usage of the methodology and working with various customers, it has been used I would say hundreds of times, but the primary use has been more on the front office side, more on the sales, marketing, and even HR side. On the supply chain side, I think we probably have done with 50 organizations so far. So it's becoming more and more prominent within the supply chain function now.
Well, that's really good news. So I think this is very exciting because we're doing something different in path to the cloud because we're not deploying on-premise systems. But the reality is a company may have some on-premise and they may be deploying some cloud. So it's going to take some change management to get through that journey. Vikram, thank you very much and good luck with all the work you're doing.